Hello, happy Wednesday, and welcome to JJ's Reading Corner. I'm Janelle, and you are?
Jana.
And you are?
Naya.
Yes, Jana and Naya. And tonight we are so excited. Someone shipped us a book. Yes, you can ship us a book too. We are reading What Would the World Be Without Black People? And it is by Erica M. Burrell.
Burrell.
And excuse me if we laugh a lot because this book is actually funny when you do think about this. So,
And as you see in the book, we are black people too.
yes, we are. Don't tell them the spoiler though. Ready?
I will.
Timothy walked into class angry. Miss Burrell looked at Timothy and asked, "Timothy, why are you so upset? Latifah took too long and I didn't get to swing today. I hate black people and wish they were never born." There is a disclaimer on this book, I should say.
And she is black.
Some of the words in this book we don't say, right?
Right.
Those words are bad. Okay.
We don't say that H word.
That's right. Hate. Miss Burrell looked at Timothy disappointed. "You do know I'm black, right? Do you hate me?" Timothy responded, "Well, most black people," he said under his breath. "Why do you need them anyway?" "Well, Timothy," Miss Burrell said, "I am glad you asked. Let's take a look at what your life would be without black people." He's going to have a rude awakening, sir. So let's turn the page here.
Uh-oh.
And then you see in this picture, he's running from school, Burrell Academy.
He made a bad decision.
Yes. "Starting tomorrow, you will wake up and your life will look different. You will get your wish to live in a world with no black people." Timothy left that Friday afternoon excited. "Good. My life will be much better without those people." Timothy went home and finished his evening as usual. A bath, quick dinner, video games, and sleep. He went to sleep excited to wake up to no black people ever existing. But guess what? What's behind him? What's that say? A jersey with who?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
That should not be there because he's black.
Oh, let's
Yeah,
just
and
see.
he said he doesn't want black people to be in his life.
But okay, so hold
can't
on.
have that.
Let's not jump ahead. Let's see what's happening
Alright.
as he stretches. Oh, the next morning with that Jordan poster behind him.
Uh-oh.
Timothy woke up the next morning ready to get his day started. He turned on his iPod to play his favorite rapper, Tupac. He kept pushing play, and nothing came on. The knowledge fairy flew into Timothy's room and said, "Tupac is a black man, Timothy. You're in a world with no black people, remember?" "Well then, why are you here?" Timothy asked angrily. "I am not a black person. I am a black fairy. A magical black fairy. My name is Knowledge Fairy. And every time that you go to interact with something related to black people, I will make sure you are unable to." Look how cute that fairy is.
Oh, he's so cute.
I kind of match her dress.
Yeah, you have a dress.
Okay.
And then you have the lip gloss like that.
Let's see what happens.
You have the bun.
Not only was there no Tupac, Jay-Z, no Missy Elliott, and other artists he loved, there was no
Hip hop.
There was no hip hop. There was no
rap.
There was no rap. There was no hip hop music at all. DJ Cool, a black man, was responsible for the hip hop evolution.
Tupac. Tupac. Yeah.
Listen, a black man was responsible for the hip hop evolution you love today. DJ Cool, said Knowledge Fury with a smile. There's DJ Cool. Let's make sure we don't cut off the words. We want them to hear. We learned so much from this book. A lot of people invented things that I had no idea, okay? I don't care, Timothy shrugged. I'll just listen to something else, as he went to different genres in his iPod. What happened, Jana?
He doesn't have music.
What happened to his iPod?
Because everything was gone.
Everything was gone. And the phone says, "Sorry, no music. No music."
That's because black people invented music, so he can't have it.
Says the 5-year-old. But let's find out so we can make sure we know what we're saying. Timothy, Knowledge Fury continued, rock and roll began with
Chuck Berry.
a black man in 1955, and Cab Calloway was one of the first R&B artists in the 1940s.
They're black.
Just so you know, reggae and pop music Okay, fairy, Timothy interrupted. I get it. I basically can't listen to any of the music I like. He can't listen to any of the music he likes because that's what the world would be if we weren't ever here. Timothy started to do his chores so that he could go to the mall with his friends. When it came time to mop, Timothy looked around puzzled.
Nothing's there.
Where's the mop? What happened? Knowledge Fairy popped up and said, Tim, you're going to have to scrub the floor on your hands and knees. The mop was invented by a black man named Thomas W. Stewart in 1893. So there.
Clean up with your towels.
Yeah, do you want to get on your hands and knees and scrub the kitchen floor?
No!
Do you want to scrub the kitchen floor or the bathroom floor or the entryway floor?
No! Dirty bugs. Yeah.
Frustrated, Timothy scrubbed the floors and got dressed. When it was time for him to put on his shoes, he noticed his shoe rack was empty.
There were no shoes. Oh, man.
Timothy said, annoyed.
I only had Jordan sneakers, and those were made by a black man too?
Timothy put on his dad's shoes, which were too big, and asked his dad for a ride to the mall. You guys gotta check out this picture because his closet is what? Empty. No more Jordans for you, boo. Oh, Timothy, Knowledge Fairy sang as she flew into the room. Your dad owns an automatic car. The automatic gear shift was created by a black man named Richard Spikes in 1932. Who invented that? Richard Spikes. Invented
in 1915 too.
in 1932. Let's just learn the name. Say Richard Spikes.
Richard Spikes.
The automatic gear shift was created by him. Did you guys know that?
No.
They probably didn't know.
Look at the shoe.
I know, we're going to show them. Well, I'll just take the bus. Not quite, honey, Knowledge Fairy replied. The bus also uses a gear shift. Plus, it would not be safe because the black inventor, Garrett Morgan, is responsible for the contributions that made the traffic light we know today. You're going to have to walk. There he is, walking with his big old shoes. Walking with his big old shoes that his daddy gave him.
Big old shoes. Yeah, look at those shoes.
Timothy walked, how many blocks?
30 blocks.
Timothy walked 30 blocks to the mall with no music. He started to realize life without black people felt empty and cruel. When Timothy finally got to the mall, he didn't see the usual elevator. And at this point, does he look happy, Naya?
Nuh-uh.
Does he look like he needs some water or some juice?
He's sweating.
He's sweating to death because he just walked 30 blocks and now he don't got an elevator. So let's learn about the elevator. I'm gonna point to the name.
It's so far.
It is so far. Up popped the fairy who said, I think you have to take the stairs. Timothy looked at the fairy in disbelief. Alexander Miles in 1887 created the automatic opening doors we use for our elevators, and he was black. The game store is on the 22nd floor. Timothy whined. Well, you better start walking. All right. Timothy was we have keywords tonight too about Timothy. Timothy was what?
Exhausted.
He decided to stop on the 12th floor for a hot dog and realized most of the food court was empty.
Nope. Hey, where is all the food? Timothy asked out loud.
And what kind of food do we see? I'll turn it back around.
Hot dog.
Okay, get in your chair for your fall. The types of food that we see are pizza, burger, hot dogs.
We're out of food.
Okay,
Only
let's keep
drink.
going. Most food delivery comes from a refrigerated truck that was invented by Frederick McKinley Jones, another black man around 1938. Would you like a bottle of water? Timothy sat down and drank his water before continuing up the stairs to the game store. When he finally arrived, he only saw one friend. Hey, Jeff, where is Paul, Tyrell, and Lauren? Jeff looked at Timothy confused. Who? Questioned Jeff. What happened to his friends Paul, Tyrell, and Lauren?
Because they were black, and he said he didn't want any black people in his life, so all of them are gone, except
this little guy right here. Knowledge Fairy sprinkled her dust and chimed. Do-do-do-do-do. Timothy, those other friends of yours were all black, so you can't see them anymore.
Nope.
Timothy was overwhelmed with sadness. What did he say?
What have I done?
He asked himself. He continued wandering around the store looking for a video game. The one he wanted was sold out. He started to ask the cashier to order the game, but then he heard the fairy whisper, "Actually, he can't order it for you." A black man named Philip B. Downing. What's his name? Philip B. Downing. Say it again.
Philip B. Downing
Invented the modern day mailbox in 1891.
Oh.
I know you guys didn't know that. So we're getting a lot of a really good history lesson with this book, okay?
I was thinking that, wait, why is Philip B...
Philip B is the one who invented the mailbox.
I was thinking maybe he was a mailbox.
Okay, Timothy walked the 30 blocks back home and thought about all the things he loved. Cool dances. What else did he love?
Television shows, foods, clothes, and music.
There were so many elements of black culture that he took for granted.
Well, of course he likes television. I like television.
Timothy got home and noticed everything was destroyed. He asked the police officer. What did he ask the police officer?
What happened to our house?
Let's look at the picture.
Oh,
Okay, let's
his
read.
house is sold.
No, it's not so. Let's see what happens. Before the officer could respond, Knowledge Fairy flew over Timothy and stated, Osborne Dorsey, a black man, invented the doorknob in 1878, and Marie Van Britten Brown, a black woman, invented the first home security system in 1966. Let's say those two names yonder. Osborne Dorsey.
Osborne Dorsey.
Osborne Dorsey.
Osborne Dorsey.
He was the black man who invented the doorknob. And Marie Van Britten Brown. Marie Van Britten Brown. The black woman.
Van
Britten Brown. She's the one who invented the first home security system. I am afraid because you could not use those inventions, your home was robbed. Unfortunately,
No.
sir.
It can't just be robbed.
Okay.
What did he do?
What did he do? Having no bed because of the robbery, Timothy fell asleep where, Naya?
In the ground.
On the floor that night and decided not to do anything until Monday morning. He ran into school Monday yelling, Mrs. Burrell.
I know you're black. Please come back. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Miss Burrell appeared in her bright yellow dress.
He basically was begging Miss Burrell, so she appeared in her bright
Look,
yellow dress.
He's doing this.
Yes, sit down, Naya, for me. He's basically begging her, right?
What?
Yeah, because he's sad about all the things that he's missing now. She looked at Timothy and said, you know, everything about who you are would be different if it weren't for the contributions of black people.
But what else is black people?
Everybody who has a body is somebody. Say that. Everybody.
Everybody that has a body is somebody.
So repeat after me. Everybody
Everybody
who has a body
who has a body
is somebody.
is somebody.
Timothy, I hope you learned a valuable lesson. Mrs. Burrell turned to the class and said, okay, scholars, get out your notebooks. Today, class, we will learn about black creators.
Oh!
You guys have to check out this book. In the back, before we go, there are a lot of creators in the back. Writers, doctors, inventors, mathematicians, film directors, strategists, inventors, rappers, producers, DJs, guitarists, inventors, singers. Pick this book up, guys. Join us next week for JJ's Reading Corner. We hope you learned all those wonderful names.
There's so much. If you didn't remember what the title is, it's what
would the world be without
black people?
That's right.